Hello everyone, my name is James Wingo and today I'll be talking about the country of Kazakhstan and its culture. Kazakhstan is a landlocked country in Central Asia with a complex history and culture. According to the website quintessential.com, Kazakhstan is the largest landlocked country in the world, the ninth largest country overall, and is bordered by China, Russia, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and Kazakhstan. It is a majority Muslim country with about 70% of the population being Muslim. A majority of those are Sunni Muslim, and they consist of the Kazakh, Uzbek, and Tatar ethnic groups. The country also has a large Christian population, mainly Russian Orthodox, making up about 26% of the population, consisting of the Russian, Ukrainian, and Belarusian ethnic groups. This according to quintessential.com and CIA World Factbook. The mix of different religious ethnic groups Kazakhstan has stems from its history under Soviet rule. According to everyculture.com, quote, modern day history of Kazakhstan started in the 18th century when the three main hordes or groups of Kazakh nomads who had begun to distinguish themselves both lingually and culturally from the Uzbeks, Kyrgyz, and Turkmens started seeking Russian protection from raiders coming from Western China, end quote. Prior to this, the ethnic Kazakhs were a mix of Turkic and Mongol nomadic tribes who rarely came together to form a nation, according to CIA World Factbook. Islam was introduced to the area in the 8th and 9th century when Arabs conquered what is now the southern area of modern-day Kazakhstan. But after the formation of modern Kazakhstan, under the protection of Russia, their cultural development would come to a drastic halt. In 1936, Kazakhstan became a Soviet republic, according to CIA World Factbook, and quickly became overwhelmed with Soviet cultural influences. Everyculture.com writes, quote, the years between 1924 and 1991 were truly transformative for the people in the land of Kazakhstan. Factories were built, schools were reorganized, borders closed, and life changed in almost every facet. Soviet years were a time of immigration into Kazakhstan. Stalin's collectivization campaign after World War II brought people from the Caucasus, southern Russia, and the Baltic regions to Kazakhstan. Khrushchev's Virgin Land campaign in 1954 made much of Kazakhstan into farmland, run by huge collective farms, largely made up of Russian and Ukrainian settlers brought in to run them, end quote. In 1991, Kazakhstan became an independent country after the fall of the USSR and is now attempting to create a democratic society out of its 3,000-year-old roots of, quote, nomadism, tribal warfare, Mongol dynasties, foreign domination, and Soviet communism, end quote. And that's from everyculture.com. A repatriation program to bring back ethnic Kazakhs into the country has been successful in building Kazakhstan's cultural identity, according to CIA World Factbook. In Kazakhstan's first attempt to build a truly independent nation, it has made itself a secular democracy, with its constitution declaring the right to religious freedom for its people. However, it is not a perfect system. Kazakhstan employs a strict policy of registering religious organizations with the government and then labeling those organizations as either traditional or non-traditional. The traditional religious groups seem to have no problem with the government. However, non-traditional groups still face harassment and persecution, such as the inability to register their organization with the government, opening them up to fines and jail time, according to factsandDetails.com. moving away from religion towards the attitude of family in Kazakhstan. The country has had a trend of moving back to traditional values, which is a similar trend among post-communism countries, according to article.kz, the Kazakhstani website. As everyculture.com writes, quote, Kazakh culture is traditionally a patriarchal one, with much respect being given to men, especially elderly men, end quote. Women are responsible for cooking, cleaning, and maintaining the house, while men take care of things like the garden, the cars, and the horses. However, both men and women are very present in the workplace, and this is, quote, this may be a carryover from Soviet times when women were a very important part of a system that depended on every citizen to work and to contribute, end quote, everyculture.com. The idea of family is an important cultural distinction in Kazakhstan. A family usually consists of more than just the parents and the children. Grandparents and extended families tend to live in the same household as the parents and the children. Cousins and second cousins are also part of Kazakh's close family network. The elderly are also highly regarded. It is tradition in Kazakh culture for the youngest son to live with their parents until they die. He may start his own family, but he is responsible for his parents' care. This has all been from everyculture.com. The culture of Kazakhstan has a long, proud history of warriors and nomads. However, through constant invasion, a lack of a nation, and Soviet control, much is left to be speculated as to when their national culture will come into its own. Will traditional values come back and repress the progress women have made? Will their secular society remain religiously tolerant? And will democracy remain the governmental norm? Only time can answer these questions. But as it stands, Kazakhstan has a solid base of strong Kazakh culture to build on. Thank you. Just a quick shout out to everyculture.com. It's great for learning about anything you could want when it comes to intercultural cool stuff.